Hello, today's lesson is called Can We Order Please? In this lesson, you are going to learn phrases that you can use at a restaurant. Then we'll study how to sound polite in any situation. Finally, we are going to study and use forms of verb be to talk about the past. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's start. How often do you go to a restaurant? Once a week? Once a month? We usually eat out, right? Here we have some phrases that you can use at the restaurant. Let's see what phrases we can use at the restaurant. If we make a reservation or when we arrive at the restaurant, we can say, could we have a table for the number of people? For example, could we have a table for 2, please? When you want to see the menu, you say, please, could we see the menu? After reading the menu, you are ready to order, so you say, can we order, please? If you want something extra, you can say, could we have another and the name of the dish, or food, drink, or utensil you want. If you want an extra napkin or the bill or a receipt, you simply say, can I have, for example, can I have the bill, please? Other phrases you can use are the following. I'd like, for example, I'd like a tomato salad, please. If you want to know if it's possible to pay in a specific way, you say, can I pay by credit card, for example? Well, so now you know what phrases you can use if you eat in a restaurant in an English-speaking country. Let's repeat some examples. 1. Could we have a table for 6, please? 2. Please, could we see the menu? 3. Can we order, please? 4. Could we have another knife? 5. Can I have the bill, please? 6. I'd like a tomato salad, please. 7. Can I pay by credit card, please? Good job. Now, the next item on our agenda is how to sound polite. What does polite mean? When a person is polite, the person acts in a way that is socially correct, and the person understands or cares for other people's feelings. Got it? So, how can we sound polite? We can sound polite when we ask questions with can I? Could you? Can we? Or could we? For example, in the picture, the man is asking the lady in a polite way to open the door for him. So he says, can you open the door, please? So, we've got it clear. We sound polite if we use the words can or could and the magic word please. Let's remember, it's not polite to say, open the door. You should say, can you open the door, please? Or, could you open the door, please? We can also ask polite questions with information question words like where, when, how, or what. Look at the picture. Read the dialogue. The man says, "When could you finish this report?" And the lady answers, "I think I'll have it ready tomorrow." Then she asks politely, "When can we meet?" So you see, this is how we sound polite. Let's repeat some examples. 1. Where can we eat, please? Is this table good for you? 2. When could you send me the report? I'll send it at the weekend. 3. What could we order? I think chicken would be fine. 4. How can we pay, please? In cash or by credit card, sir? Let's practice a little bit. Let's practice how to be polite. For example, a person says, "Carry my bag." That's not polite, right? It's much better and more polite to say, "Could you carry my bag, please?" Or, "Can you carry my bag, please?" You got it? Don't forget, use could or can, like in the examples. And don't forget to be polite, so use the word please. Now it's your turn. Here you are some sentences which are not that polite. Make them polite. Use can or could and write questions. Are you ready? Take 3 minutes to do this exercise. Make a pause if you need more time. Check your answers. Number 1. Wake me up at 7 a.m. Did you say, "Could you wake me up at 7 a.m., please?" You can also say, "Can you wake me up at 7 a.m., please?" Repeat. Could you wake me up at 7 a.m., please? Can you wake me up at 7 a.m., please? Number 2. I want 2 single rooms. The polite versions are, "Could I have 2 single rooms, please?" Or, "Can I have 2 single rooms, please?" Also, you can say, "Could you give me 2 single rooms, please?" Or, "Can you give me 2 single rooms, please?" Let's repeat. Could I have 2 single rooms, please? Can I have 2 single rooms, please? Could you give me 2 single rooms, please? Can you give me 2 single rooms, please? Sentence number 3 says, "Give us a table near the window." You should say, "Could you give us a table near the window, please?" Or, "Can you give us a table near the window, please?" Very good. Now repeat after me. Could you give us a table near the window, please? Can you give us a table near the window, please? Now sentence 4 says, I want to change my flight. You should say, could I change my flight, please? Or, can I change my flight, please? Let's repeat the sentences in number 4. Could I change my flight, please? Can I change my flight, please? Sentence 5. I want the menu. How can you make it polite? You can say, could I have the menu, please? Can I have the menu, please? Or, could you bring me the menu, please? Can you bring me the menu, please? Alright, let's repeat these sentences. Could I have the menu, please? Can I have the menu, please? Could you bring me the menu, please? Can you bring me the menu, please? Very good. Now you know how to sound polite in any situation. Alright, now what's next on our agenda? Yes, now we'll study the verb be in the past simple. Let's look at a simple example. The past and the present. Look at 2 photos of a very busy avenue in Lima city center, Alfonso Ugarte Avenue. In the past, Alfonso Ugarte Avenue was a quiet road. There were a few cars. It was very different, right? Now, at present, the story is quite the opposite. Alfonso Ugarte Avenue is a busy road. There are lots of cars. So, we use was and were to talk about the past. The pronunciation of was and were is special. I recommend that you click on these links to listen to and repeat the right pronunciation. So, we know the use of was and were. Now, let's look at how we form the verb be in the past. We can use verb be in positive and negative forms and to make questions. We can also use verb be in singular and plural if we refer to one person or to 2 or more people. Let's pay attention and repeat. Singular form, one person. Positive form, I was. You were. He was. She was. It was. Negative form, I wasn't. You weren't. He wasn't. She wasn't. It wasn't. Questions. Was I? Were you? Was he? Was she? Was it? Plural form, 2 or more people. Positive forms, we were. You were. They were. Negative forms, we weren't. You weren't. They weren't. Questions. Were we? Were you? Were they? Let's complete some sentences with was and were, and adjectives from the box. Think carefully. Take 3 minutes to do it. Make a pause if you need more time. Okay, let's check your answers and repeat them. The restaurant was full. There were no tables. Repeat, please. The waiters and waitresses were polite and friendly. Repeat, please. 3. I was late to the meeting. Repeat, please. 4. The shops were open. Repeat, please. 5. The food was delicious. Repeat, please. 6. I was tired after work. Repeat, please. 7. The hotel was comfortable. Repeat, please. Number 8. The bed in the hotel was uncomfortable. I couldn't sleep well. Please repeat. 9. It was early, so the bus was empty. All seats were free. Repeat, please. 10. The meeting was interesting and very productive. Please repeat. Let's exercise using was and were. Are you ready to practice? Use the words below and was and were to make positive sentences, negative sentences, and questions. Look at the symbols. If you see a check, you should make a positive sentence. If you see a cross, then you should make a negative sentence. Make a question if you see a question mark. Are you ready? Spend 5 minutes doing this exercise. Make a pause if you need more time. Let's check your answers. Number 1 is a question. Was the hotel in New York comfortable? Repeat. Was the hotel in New York comfortable? Number 2 is also a question. How was your journey? Repeat. How was your journey? Number 3 is a question too. Were the roads crowded? Repeat. Were the roads crowded? Number 4 is a negative sentence. The restaurant wasn't very good. Repeat. The restaurant wasn't very good. Number 5 is a sentence. The hotel was comfortable but very expensive. Repeat. The hotel was comfortable but very expensive. Number 6 is a sentence. There weren't many people in the hotel. Repeat. There weren't many people in the hotel. Let's exercise using was and were once more. Look at the pictures and the incomplete sentences in the box. Ask and answer questions. Look at the example. The picture shows a woman, Helen, and 2 other people. How can you complete the question and the sentences using was or wasn't, were or weren't? Look at the complete example. Was Helen at the cinema yesterday? Helen wasn't at the cinema. She was in a meeting. Repeat. Was Helen at the cinema yesterday? Helen wasn't at the cinema. She was in a meeting. You see? Complete the question and the sentences or answers. Look at the picture too. Now, look at this picture and complete the question and answers in the box. Let's check your answers. Were the businessmen at the stadium yesterday? They weren't at the stadium. They were at the airport. Repeat. Were the businessmen at the stadium yesterday? They weren't at the stadium. They were at the airport. Now look at this picture and complete the question and answers in the box. Did you write, was Paul at home last night? He wasn't at home. He was at work. Now repeat after me. Was Paul at home last night? He wasn't at home. He was at work. Now, look at this picture and complete the question and answers in the box. Let's check your answers. Were they at the library this morning? They weren't at the library. They were in class at university. Now repeat. Were they at the library this morning? They weren't at the library. They were in class at university. Now, look at this picture and complete the question and answers in the box. Let's check your answers. The correct answers are: was the woman at work yesterday afternoon? She wasn't at work. She was at a restaurant. Okay, now repeat after me. Was the woman at work yesterday afternoon? She wasn't at work. She was at a restaurant. Let's exercise using was and were once more. Read the sentences and the blanks in them. Put am, is, are, was, were. Some sentences are present, some are past. Ready? Take 4 minutes to do it. Then we'll check your answers. Make a pause if you need more time. Fine. Let's check your answers. Number 1. The company was successful last year, but this year it is not. Repeat. The company was successful last year, but this year it is not. Number 2. The sales were good last year, but they are not good this year. Repeat. The sales were good last year, but they are not good this year. Number 3. I was a general consultant in 2010. Repeat. I was a general consultant in 2010. Number 4. Last year the price per room was very high. Repeat. Last year the price per room was very high. Number 5. This project is so complicated. I am exhausted. Repeat. This project is so complicated. I am exhausted. Number 6. Good morning. I am your sales representative. Repeat. Good morning. I am your sales representative. Number 7. Was the food good? Absolutely, it really was. Repeat. Was the food good? Absolutely. It really was. Number 8. Where were you last weekend? I was on holiday. Repeat. Where were you last weekend? I was on holiday. Let's sum up. Do you remember? 1. Remember the phrases for the customer that you can use at a restaurant. Some examples are: Can I see the menu? Could you bring me a tomato salad, please? 2. We sound polite when we use can you, could you, can I, and the word please. For example, we can say, could you tell me the time, please? 3. We use and form was and were in positive, negative sentences and questions.